Alright, so fuck it. Let's get it going.
The following program is rated TV-MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. RIP TV will be tomorrow night at midnight. I will see you guys then. I will see you Monday for Mob Deep Monday at 9 p.m. For you football heads, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 for Great Matter. It's time for Big Boutique. It is time to make your music better together. Welcome to what I call the Dower Hours, where you play my motherfucking theme song.
Joe the engineer.
333. Blah, from New York.
One of the dopest engineers.
And if you don't know, now you know.
Joe the engineer.
333. Blah, from New York. R.I.P.P. 333.
Joe the engineer.
Hold it down for the king. 333.
Joe the engineer. Where the fucking weed at?
I can smell it in the air, Joe in that next room sparking.
Cat Stance, what up? What up? TVR, what's good, man? Yeah, Andrew absolutely bodied his submission for the new theme song. We have not determined a winner yet because I be high and playing too much goddamn golf, and I forgot to change the poll.
Every so often there comes a man who is able to see the universe in a totally new way, whose vision upsets the very foundations of the world as we know,
World as we know it. What up, everybody? It is time for Beat Boutique. It is time to make your music better together. Now, normally what I would do in the first 33 minutes of these, as you guys know, is play whatever it is I've been working on. And I can promise you that the things that I have been working on, I can't play you right now. Andrew, what up, homie? So, as far as things that I can play, I ain't got shit for you. So, it's up to you guys to send me shit to play. Look, I'm still wearing my golf outfit. And, yeah, I get busy. Anybody who wants to get it in, come to Brooklyn, roll the fuck up, and let's get it. So, as you guys already know, unless you're new, which if you're here this early in the episode, you ain't new. Kal-El, what up? Send whatever you've been working on to 333beatboutique@gmail.com, and let's see if we can make your music better together. Now, I promise you that I just ate some medicated lasagna that's why I was 5 minutes late. I got off the golf course and had not eaten today. I had to eat something before I went live and smoke like 5 blunts with y'all. So, I hope everybody is being productive and whatnot. I do not believe that Billy Lyons will be joining us tonight. He is doing some other shit. He has told me that he will be back next week. So we're all we're doing a detox from doing all these Billy Lyons. So I know what I wanted to do. I think it's Zoltan's. Yeah, I should have played this theme song for Beat Boutique.
Yeah, man. Joe the engineer.
What up, homie? It's time for Beat Boutique. Make your music better together. But before we do that, it's time to roll the fuck up.
It's Beat Boutique. It's Beat Boutique.
333 RBC.
It's Beat Boutique.
Know the engineer.
I'm just the evil genius.
Joe in the next room sparking.
333.
Hang out with me.
It's Beat Boutique.
Know the engineer. That's a sign from the heavens.
Joe in the next room sparking.
333. What the fuck did you expect from me?
Yeah, that's my
I'll be
favorite
high,
sample.
Let's see what you've been working on. Fuck, dope.
Yeah, I'm definitely using that one for Beat Boutique theme song. That shit crack. Zoltan, that shit's fucking hilarious, dude. Fucking dope. The fuck did you expect from me? I'm the evil fucking genius. That shit makes me laugh every time. So anyway, alright, fuck all that shit. Let me see where we're at in the polls right now. I'm gonna waste some time while people congregate themselves into what it is that we do here. Oh shit, I did not mean to do that. Woo! Almost killed the stream, y'all. I be high as shit. God damn. That was dumb. That was retarded. Alright, so I did put up a new poll. Let's go see where we're at. And instead of doing another week of head-to-head matchups, I just put the final four. It's a free-for-all. It's free-for-all. It's a battle royale. We're having a Royal Rumble. So, something else exciting that's going on. We are up to 2,439 members of the community. So that's what, 61 more, and we'll be having another trivia contest / giveaway to celebrate 2,500 people in the community. That'll be fun. So let's see. Damn, we got 24 votes already. That's fucking dope. So Billy Lines, surprisingly, I did not think Billy Lines was going to win this one again. Billy Lines is in first with 42%. Andrew and Zoltan are tied at 25% each. And Ethic is coming in third place right now at 8%. So we got 24 votes. I'll probably shut it down next week or by Mob Deep Monday or whatever. Who knows what the fuck. I'm just wasting time right now, literally. Before we start listening to fucking music and shit. It'll be hilarious if there's only 3 people watching this fucking stream right now. It will be hilarious if there are only 3 people who watch this stream. Because yeah, make sure you go vote. Vote as many times as you can. I don't fucking care. We'll figure it out by Monday who the winner is. I'm probably going to end up using a different one for each episode of shit that we do because I do like all of them. But somebody's got to win. Jerry Green, what up, G's? So, yeah, it'd be hilarious if there's only a few people that watch this stream tonight because you guys know what happens after we work on your music. And, I have already picked a song for tonight because it's the one I felt like doing. So, let's see what we got. All right. So send whatever you're working on. Chronic, what up, G's? Send whatever you've been working on to 333beatboutique at gmail.com. I got a couple in the inbox. And Keen Observer wants to jump into the Thunderdome first. Fuck, it's gonna make me do these shits where I gotta download everybody's fucking... Ugh, this is annoying. I don't like downloading things to my computer. Alright. Keen Observer. Billy Lyons, what up, homie? Joe Black, what up, G's? Alright, Keen Observer. Let's see. Let's hit the ground running. We're not even gonna waste any time on anybody's shit tonight. So, Keen Observer needs a bass line. It also needs something that will tie that guitar electric driving sound to those bells. They're too dispergent. They're on opposite ends of the sonic spectrum, and you just need a bridge between the two of them to make that work. The delay on the bells, awesome. It especially the tail on it. I can hear it. It lasts almost 4 bars, maybe even more. Drums, always dope. Do some drum drops. You know, I'm big on the drum drops these days. So, if it's just going to be a loop in the same drum pattern, just drop some shit out every now and again. It will spice things up without you having to really change anything. Drop the kick. Drop the hats. Just solo shit. But anyway. Yeah, keep working on that one, dude. There needs to... You got to bridge that sonic gap, that production gap. And I would 1,000,000,000% add a bass line. Alright. Christopher, I will reply to your email that you sent me later, homie. I got you. Keen Observer, did you send me the same beat twice? Yes, you did. Alright, knock that one out. Alright, whatever. Chronic. Welcome to the Thunderdome, homie. Welcome to summer, everybody. I knew it was going to fucking make me. Can it just play it? I want to download everything. Google done changed everything. No, not yet, Billy Lines. Not yet. Alright, Chronic. My motherfucking homie. Welcome back to the Thunderdome. Yo, that little wobbling low end sound that you got going on in the background is dope as fuck, yo. So, the snare. There's sometimes the snare hits. I mean, it's different dynamics all throughout, but there's a couple of them that are just too loud. Other than that, very creative on the mix. Things are moving, things are in good spots. That low end is buried right in the right spot to where you kind of have to pick it out from all the other sounds. It just doesn't stick out on its own, which is dope because it makes you really, like, listen, which is a good tactic. Word, TVR, get it in. Create. As I'm sitting here saying I haven't made a beat in like a month because I've been playing too much golf. Get over it, people. I play golf. It is what it is. Andrew. Welcome back to the Thunderdome. of course, Andrew's dope as fuck. You guys already know this. So, mix is always clean, homie. Your production's off the charts, as always. Bassline. Inner Mind's Eye, what up? So, like a groovy bassline, like a live bass feel. Something that really cuts through everything else. Like all that stuff. And then you'll be ready to go on that one, dude. Inner Mind's Eye, yes. Andrew is one talented individual. I will give him his flowers. As I do every week, he's yet to disappoint me. And trust me, homie, if you do, I'm going to let you know. I'll be nice about it, but I am going to let you know. Alright, Chronic. Back into the Thunderdome. Is he going to do it this time? Nope. Gotta download it still. It almost worked that time. I keep forgetting we're doing it like this today. Alright, Chronic, let me see what else you got.
If you want to come with, if you want to come, if you want to come with me, if you want to, and have to stay, go there to stay, we're only lovers.
Dopeness, dude. So, yeah, everybody, go enter that shit. Go enter. Enter as many as you can. You never know if you're going to win. So the bottom end of that, if that is inside of the sample, let's find a way to bring it out and beef it up. If you have played the bottom end on that or added it yourself, let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. Production's dope as shit. Your delay mapping is always excellent and intuitive. It's El Bundy. What up, yo? Alright, yeah, just bump them up a little bit. That way you don't have to add anything. Because I don't want to say that it's empty. Because especially if you're aiming for a rapper, they're going to want it empty so they have space for their vocals. But it's a little thin. So in lieu of adding more production or synth sounds over it and clogging things up, let's bring up those bottom ends somehow. And if you did both, it's time to find the line to walk and the dance between the two properly. But yeah, everybody go enter. Enter as many contests as you can. Andrew, back into the Thunderdome. And it is 3:33 somewhere. It's time to roll the fuck up. I'm almost done with this one. My timing's a little bit off today, people. I was 5 minutes late, so the blunt seems like it is lasting longer than normal. Hold on, jeez. Shit got me active right now. 1 second. Yeah, no, that beat's incredible. Okay, it's 1x. Yeah, I gotta play that one again, dude. So, while I was distracted, instead of telling you how dope your beat is, I was forwarding that beat to the Fox. So I just sent that one to Santana because that one's dope as fuck, dude. And trust me, I am not opposed to sending beats to people. If I think they'll fit on it, then I'll send it to them. There's probably some rappers in my life that are just like, dude, stop fucking sending me beats. Because I know, like, there's some bigger rappers that I'll send shit to, and they probably get beats sent to them all of the goddamn time. So it's probably annoying when I'm like, yo, I got one for you. especially if I didn't make it. They're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? Send me something you made." But yeah, let me play that one again, dude. Word, I had to text the Fox and tell her to check her inbox. So yeah, Andrew, I already sent that one off because her and I have been working on a bunch of shit. Well, basically, she's been working on a bunch of stuff, and then I work on it if she needs me to. But there are some things in the pipeline that one fits perfectly for. The Fox is up to something. Yeah, no, that one is dope, man. Andrew, you are ill. I'm happy that everybody has come in and fucks with me on Beat Boutique because this shit is fucking cool. You guys know how much I love doing this particular show on my channel, and it's inspirational because you guys are fucking dope, and it's building working relationships not only with myself and some of you, but also between you guys. I know Andrew and Billy Lyons have worked on things together, and Andrew and Zoltan fucking know each other. Chronic and Zenny, I don't know where Zenny's been lately, but Chronic and Zenny need to work together. You guys definitely got to make some records together. You guys, very, 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 very similar styles. And you guys know I encourage it. I encourage you guys to work together. Get each other's social media and whatnot. Hit each other up. The worst that somebody can say is, I got nothing going on. I got nothing for you right now. Like, who cares? And if they don't, then cool. It'll happen. But we're all part of the 333. And I can't see anybody who watches Beat Boutique consistently being like, oh, nah, I can't fuck with this homie. Like, get it in, man. I mean, I've got a couple stems from you guys that I haven't even gotten into yet because I'm doing like 96 things at once right now, including the first item in the 333 summer merchandise drop has just been completed. And I think I might have found somebody who's going to help me create merchandise literally from scratch. So I will be going straight to the manufacturing outlet and dealing with them one-on-one, building from scratch, laying the groundwork. But the first item of the summer drop has been completed. There will be more to come, and then there'll be a photo shoot, and I will let you guys know when t-shirts, hoodies, shorts, I mean not hoodies, t-shirts, shorts, hats, and some other things. I'm up to something. All right. Keen Observer. Just sent me a whole bunch of beats. So let's see what you got, homie. Still making me download everything. Why? This is so stupid.
Kiss, 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 kiss,
Dude, that beat's dope as fuck. Here's my suggestion for you. Find some Jadakiss samples and throw them in there. The whole that one, that was weak as fuck, I know. Top 10 Dead or Alive, you know, some of the typical Jadakiss samples, like his, you know, go-to ad-libs and whatnot, and throw them in there. And instead of just having the kiss, we'll throw fucking Jadakiss in there. Because other than that, dude, that beat is fucking dope, man. The way you put in that voice in the background saying all the different, like, streets and parts of New York, that shit is fucking cool, man. And some rapper from New York should use that goddamn beat. Like, Papoose should use that one. You wouldn't want to have the Jadakiss sample in there if you're sending it to Papoose. But, yeah, dude, that was dope, man. Really, really creative. Really creative. Really different from you. Lisa, what up? Yeah, Joe Black. I mean, if Jadakiss isn't going to use it, because, I mean, that'd be fucking cool as fuck. I always just think whose voice and cadence and whatnot would fit as an instrument within the beat. And the first one that comes up is Papoose, but yeah, Chronic, you're right. Somebody tell a story about New York on that one. That was dope, man. That one's dope. Somebody should use that beat. Alright, you sent me... We got another one. You definitely... yeah, you're always good at cutting up samples. I know you always wanted to, like, make your own shit, but I think you just do a combination of the two. See what else you got, homie. You deserve another one after that beat. That one was cool, man. That's probably one of the best beats I've ever heard you make. I can't do this. If you're gonna make a dance song, that kick and that bass have to really fucking knock, dude. So you gotta reapproach that one completely. Well, not completely. If you're making a dance record, that bass and those kicks have to really fucking thump, dude. Because essentially, you want your records played at festivals and like raves and clubs and shit like that. So I'm not gonna sit there and listen to a dance record that has no thump. Make it thump, dude. Really, it really has to hit. It's really got to hit. If you're doing dance music, that thump and that bass drive has to be the first thing that you focus on. So, see what else you got, dude. I will celebrate godly rap version. All right. What is going on with Gmail? I just stopped complaining about it. It's really not that big a fucking deal. See, I'm going to show you guys something. Me and Keen Observer have been very good friends. It's got to be 13, 14 years at this point. So I can do things like what I'm about to do right now. This ain't it, homie. You set the bar so high on this one. Don't go below it again.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
Yeah, see, Keen Observer, I'm not the only one. That beat is probably the best beat that I've heard you send me. And I've known you for 12 years, dude. So I know you want to make beats where you play the keys and whatnot. Shit, I want to fucking... There's a lot of things that I want to do that I can't do. So I do the things that I'm good at. Because that's what I was put here to do. You be cutting the shit out of them samples, man. That one... So, work in some Jadakiss samples somehow, and then get the mix nice and full and round and thumping, and then that one will be good to go, man. I'm telling you. You got one. That Kiss Kiss beat is... You got one right there, dude. Alright, TVR. Let's go.
You are a divine being. You matter. You count. You come from realms of unimaginable power and light, and you will return to those realms. You are a divine being. You matter. You count. You come from realms of unimaginable power and light, and you will return to those realms. You are a divine being. You matter. You count. You come from realms of unimaginable power and light, and you will return to those realms.
Alright, so... Dude, I'm proud of you. I am happy that you have decided to enter into the Thunderdome. That shit was dope. What we need to do with it is get those drums up there. And I would put a gated reverb on the snare, so it's got that 80 sound. And then I would find some timpanis or some toms. You know, like do 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 do, like tom fills to make it more dramatic. Like that Phil Collins song, "Feel It in the Air Tonight." You know how it's like, yeah, Chronic. That one needs a gated reverb on that snare. But yeah, some toms, some tom fills, and then possibly some timpanis in there. But yeah, dude, that one's fucking cool, man. That one's cool. But get those drums up there. Get those drums up there. Then think of how you made the beat. So think of the vision, like the the pictures and the visuals that go into your head when you see this, and then yeah, something atmospheric in there. Good ear, Chronic. And then you're good to go with that one. But yeah, bring those drums up so that they're really like a thing. Yeah. Baby Hustle, what up, dude? Oh, he got another avatar. Fuck. No, I'm just fucking with you, dude. I just have a photographic memory. So when people change the avatar, I'm just like, Or if they it's just, I'm weird. It's not you, it's me. Yeah, dude. Sweep and get those drums slapping, dude, and that one will be... You'll be good to go, dude. Alright, The Inner Mind's Eye. Time. I get it now. The Inner Mind Eye. Dope. See what you got, G's.
Good times. Good times. Hey yo, peace, what's the science? My people puff bells in the cipher while I'm rhyming. Exhaling smoke clouds with silver linings. Chillin', but at times we get to wildin'. My dogs know I prefer 40 over Heineken. I guzzle gold monkeys till I'm Super Saiyan 4. Hit the trees, kick it free, then I throw up on the floor. Pass out, wake up and take a visit to the store. Hit the homies on the phone, then repeat the night before. I can't be contained, when I'm in the zone, I'm on one. Lame niggas complain, cause they see I'm having fun. I guess they just mad, they not as ill as me, son. The party starts when I arrive, and when I leave, the shit's done. So why hate? Just relax, my nigga, enjoy the vibe. Get your drink, get drunk, smoke your weed and get high. Screw face sour niggas, I don't pay them no mind. Motherfuckers steady trippin', it's all about the good times. Smoke a little weed, drink a few brews, have a little fun, make a few moves. Smoke a little weed, drink a few brews, have a little fun, make a few moves. Son, peep the mathematics, your boy's far from average. If you ever meet the bastard, then you know he's a savage. Good weed keeps me blasted, stay floating like it's magic. So if you got some trees, my nigga, then fucking pass 'em. Fly guy, you can catch me chillin' on cloud 9. I stay high for hours cause I value my time. Keep it live, get wise, don't rock with the 85. Break bread with the bonafide, never vibe with the job. When the blunt's in rotation, I'm higher than space stations. I shine like a star, I should be a constellation. Blazing, on any occasion, my lungs caging. It's the daily operation for a man that's amazing. So why you hating? I'm just doing me, player. Living life for the moment, I ain't stressing about later. Put my mind on paper while puffing the weed, baby. It's all about the good times. Twisted Garcia Vega. Smoke a little weed, drink a few brews, have a little fun, make a few moves. Smoke a little weed, drink a few brews, have a little fun, make a few moves. Yeah, and that's just how it is, man. Focus on the good times. Stay centered on the present moment and keep that negative shit out your aura, you feel me? What's going on? What's the phenomenon? Pass the ball, let's get it on. Word is bomb, it's just a bomb, homie, I'm fucking gone. Relaxed and calm, now I'm feeling like the fawns. Twisting up a palm, it's like the world is in my palm. Ain't nothing wrong with it, I'm chilling, it's how I'm living. Yes, I'm hating ass niggas wanna paint me as a villain. Come on, motherfucker, get about your damn feelings, cause you killing the vibe, I'm just trying to kick it with my reallings. Listen, time is infinite for a reason. Keep it cool when it's hot and vice versa per season. No chaser for tequila, marijuana, anesthesia. I'm out to get my slice like the soda or a pizza. If you still don't understand, I'ma tell you who I am. I kick raps, smoke raps, give me dap, I'm the man. So I'm a jam, goddamn, better get with the program. You know the good times, it's all a part of the plan.
That production is A1 top level. So As I said before, we're not pulling no punches tonight. Vocals are overcompressed. Typically, when you're in the... Until you reach the advanced stages of understanding how compression works and what you can actually do with it, the tendency is to overcompress so that it will fit into this box. And when you overcompress, you squeeze the life, dynamics, and movement out of it. That track is so lively and moving, the vocal should have some movement in there too. Also, if you bring the snare up just a little bit, the rule of thumb is once you get your vocals set to where they are dynamically how you want them, then when the artist is performing and the snare hits at the exact same time, it should sound like the snare is coming out of the artist's head if you close your eyes and visualize this. So get a better balance on that and ease back on the compression a bit, and then just play with the vocals a little bit more. But the track is super fire, and the reason we do this show is to make music better. So don't take anything that I say personally. These are just things that I hear that if I were to have worked on the record, I would do. So you also can, I don't know where your EQ shelf is on the vocals, 90, 80, 70, 65. Most mics are set at 60. But possibly go to somewhere between 210 and 310 hertz and just give it a little tiny boost. Don't make the Q too wide. Find where it's at. You'll find where that presence is at. And another way for you to get that snare and the vocals to blend properly is go into your vocals and go into somewhere between 900 and 1200, and you'll find it. Make the Q very thin and then scoop out somewhere in there. Just sweep between there, and you'll hear it'll sound like you turn the snare up when you find the right spot, because the presence of the snare and that section of the vocals both hit at the same place. You can scoop out that section of the vocals and it won't change them at all, but it'll allow the snare to be more present without you having to push it anymore. That's what I got for that one. That track is super fire though. The production on that is incredible. That is some Anderson .Paak live show stuff going on right there. Honestly, I couldn't tell you one single word that you said because I wasn't listening musically. I am listening technically and objectively. I was closed eyes digging into the production on that one because that shit is cool. That shit was fucking dope. So, I will be anticipating what you send me next time. Alright, Keen Observer. Alright, we'll do one more and then we're going to do what we typically do. Yeah, that's what we're here to do, man. Don't take anything that I say personally. I'm literally just trying to help. So, it's just, once you literally fully master compression, you will overcompress because it's easier and it makes sense and it's comfortable. But once you ease back on the compression a little bit, you're going to have to do some other things to actively keep those vocals contained inside of that pocket. But once you complete those other things like writing volume automation and having some aural exciters as layering, once you do those, then you will create this rounder, softer, more concise ball of sound. Essentially, it becomes an orb, and then once you create that pocket, it's just going to bounce comfortably inside of there. It's all math and physics. It literally, engineering is called engineering for a reason. I switched it to engineer because we are the driving force behind the sound. It just made sense and it sounded cool and it looked cool. But that is what we do, and it is engineering for a reason. We are manipulating frequencies, sound waves, math, numbers, all of this. You guys have seen videos where there's certain frequencies and certain sounds that will make things move, physically make things move. So you have to think, what else is capable within the sonic spectrum? What else will happen? So you essentially become like an audio surgeon if you get into this deep enough. Now, I realize that most of you are producers and not engineers first. It's more about production. And what makes all this dope is just engineering first, is what I do. So the best thing I'm going to be able to help you guys do is make whatever it is you're doing sound better. And that's the whole goal, is make it fucking sound dope. And, you know, if you fuck with me long enough, it will. It'll sound better. Because I've seen it happen already. Chronic has grown by leaps and bounds sonically over the last 6 months. Billy Lyons' beats have gotten really fucking good. So I've been able to watch. I've known Keen Observer for 12 years. We said it. I've seen his music and production go from a point to another point to another point and just keep building and getting better. So that's the whole point. And plus, you guys don't need to spend $8 million to go to audio school like I did. So, alright, now that we're done with whatever you guys have been working on, and I've actively sent out Andrew's beat to the Fox. We'll see what she did. I didn't mean to do that. Alright, we'll get that over there. Now, I am not going to finish this blunt before we start doing this. But you guys know what it's time for. You know what time it is. And I already picked which song I want to do tonight anyway, so you guys don't get to pick. I pick tonight. So get your notebooks out, put your headphones on. Once again, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. There we go. Once again, it's time for everybody's favorite part of Beat Boutique. It is time for Behind the Mix. So tonight, we are going to do Spiritual War because I just wanted to do this song tonight. It is what it is. So, tonight is Spiritual War time. This is going to be dope because, as you can see, there's a bunch of tracks. I've been waiting to do a Beat Butcher produced track because I knew it was going to be... I know. I was thinking about it today, Chronic. There's 2 sessions. I think I already did it. I just can't find the hard drive that I did it on. But thank you for reminding me, because as soon as you said that, I already... yes. I was thinking about it while I was playing golf at some point. I was just like, fuck, I still gotta... because I was trying to remember which sessions we've done so far, and I was like, well, we tried to do Snakes. Well, we couldn't. I gotta get that shit fixed. So, I appreciate it, homie. I appreciate it. But tonight... fuck all that shit. We are doing Spiritual War. So, yeah, let's play this motherfucker and we'll see what the session sounds like straight out of Pro Tools. And then I'll show you how I got to this point.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on this set.
Oh, hold on. Radio edits. Hilarious.
Careful with that shit.
Hilarious. Yo, I always forget when I do radio edits to unmute them and go back to the original session settings.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. Listen, I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple.
Hold on, god damn it.
Temple, bitch, I
Didn't get them all. My bad. I'm high.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. Listen, I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life. Or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay if you're scared. Turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden. Some of those apples are sour. GMO. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. A little Henny. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm, start raining. Start raining. Start raining. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm and start raining. On your warriors, we not scared. We stand in front your tanks like Tiananmen Square. I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war.
Is regarded by the common people as true.
Alright. So, what I want to show you guys is the original 2-track and what it sounded like. This shit's gonna blow your fucking mind. So, this is what P wrote to, and as you can tell already, if I were to have gotten the stems from Beat Butcher and set everything at 0, this is how it would have started. But as you can see, after a bunch of work, it's definitely not going to be at 0. But you guys got to hear this. Yeah, so as you can see, quite a difference. Quite a difference from that to what I ended up doing with it. And plus, I did, as you can see, I did some drum drops. And I did some drops with the instrumentation, and then I moved some things around because Pete gave me free run to do whatever I felt like doing. And because if he didn't like it, he'd just tell me to change it. I never took any of it personal. But yeah, to go from that to this. Well, thank you, because yeah, I did most of the texturing on that one. As you can see, it was night and day, but that's what I do. I'm a mixing engineer. That's my job. I'm supposed to do that. Beat Butcher is like my third favorite producer of all time. So I'm not saying anything negative about him in any way whatsoever. I really am a huge fan of him, both as a producer, and that's my motherfucking homie. I've known Beat Butcher for like 10 fucking years at this point. So, Chronic, I appreciate it, man. So, now that you see how huge of a difference that was, you know what it's time for. Time to turn them off. Bang, 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 gang. All right. I gotta roll a blunt before we get this one started. This one is going to take a little bit more explaining than a few of our other early ones. Now, I can see by my plugin setup that this is still, it's funny, we'll probably end up doing these all in order anyway, and I won't even know it. It's just subconsciously happening. But I can see that there are still some things that I do now as staples that I did not do yet in this session. And well, for instance, while I'm rolling the fuck up, if I go here to the bass, you guys know me well enough, I only use one plug-in on bass now, and that's Bass Rider Live. And on this one I ended up using the Oxford Dynamics because well, it gives you this, the Sonnox Oxford plugins are fucking dope, man. They are dope. Now, they do take up a lot of processing power, so you can't use a whole bunch of them if your computer's weak. But if you got a strong computer, these ones are really, really, really fucking good. So anyway, the reason I like this one is, as you can see, gate, expander, compressor, limiter, EQ, and a warming aspect all in one. And since they're all Oxford, why the fuck not? So now 1,000,000% Bass Rider. So this is you know, six or 7 years ago at this point when I was mixing these. So I have definitely evolved and learned and changed, which you're supposed to. But I don't know if I'm going to evolve and change much past what I do now. Kind of stuck in my ways because the way I ended with Hegelian the last couple sessions, and then the way that I did Book of Heroin, and the way I'm doing the beats that Billy Lines and myself have been fucking with together, and the way I'm doing the Foxes records right now. Probably gonna stick with this for a while, but fuck all that shit. Blunt is rolled. It's time to go. So clearly I'm definitely starting, as always, with the kick first. Interesting to hear that little top end on there. Now, just as with Alchemist, Beat Butcher is really known for his drums. I mean, he does 1 million drum packs, and he has been doing them forever. So I'm not going to try to change the sound of Beat Butcher's drums too much. That would be a crime against production. I can make the track into what I do my own way without fucking with his drums too much. So, same thing with Havoc, and the same thing with Alchemist. I'm not going to change sonically the sound of their drums too much. So, you can already see, there's not a whole lot on the drum section. The drum bus is here, so anything under that is the drum. So, there's not a whole lot going on. Always the APIs for me on drums. Boy, I barely touched that one. Look at that. It's incredible. That's hilarious. This tells you how little I want it to affect what Beat Butcher does. It's so minimalist. Took out some. See, I always say around 210, so I went right to 210. This is when I was doing things by the math and less feeling them out. So 210 is where the presence of vocals is at. So the kick and the snare, you're going to want to go 210 to 310, somewhere around there, and scoop that out so that that presence of vocals is felt there. Because essentially, you can see it. The presence of the kick is going to be somewhere between 30, maybe 29. I don't know how low most of us can hear, but we'll say 30 up to like 90. See? You can see that little valley pop in every once in a while. And it's right around 90 when it comes. So, between 30 and 90, is the real presence for kicks anyway. And you know that we use 33, 39, and 45 because of the Earth's resonant tones. See? 33, it never fails. I know they never say to add reverb into kicks and basses, but, yo, fuck them. So, the reason I pushed the reverb on this one a little bit more than I normally would on a kick is because if you remember this kick in the beginning, it's got that whoosh at the end. And I kind of got rid of that a little bit. So, by adding a little bit extra reverb onto the kick, it's catching that little top end. And now it's making it more of an echoey sound instead of so sharp. So the echo from the kick and the reverb on the kick is going over top of that. And I also cut a bunch of that off. You know, normally on a kick I would probably cut all the way down around 1K or something, but I left this up at 5K so you get a little bit of that weird sound. You can see it right there. It's down there. It's all the way down here, like 5K, so I didn't want to kill all of it. So once again, it's Beat Butcher. I'd be retarded to change what he does radically. Now, you can also see on the reverb send for the kick that I've taken the pans and pushed them in. So when that reverb is being activated and you can hear it, it's not all the way out and wide. It's still tucked in. And the reason I put him at 16 and 16 is because of 1.61, the golden ratio. We know that. But also because the vocals are going to be at 0. And the snare is going to be at 0. And the kick is essentially at 0, even though this was a stereo kick and I just panned them left and right and created a phantom center. So if those are all going to be at 0, the hits and the snaps and the vocals, then I want that reverb that is around them to be tucked right around them. Not all the way out here. I don't want any space, but I don't want it on top of them. So if you just kick them out a little bit, now you're creating that little pocket. You're still pocket creating because it's all about the vocal pocket. That's the only thing that fucking matters. When you're doing a rap record, if you have all the stems, it just allows you versatility. So that you have more tools to work with creating that pocket. But essentially, the whole fucking goal is to create a proper pocket so that all the production is heard, but the vocals are still the main fucking thing because it's about them. And P always said, man, you got to make sure every word is heard. Every word, every syllable, everything has to be heard. That's all he said. And then he just let me off and to do what it is that I did. Alright, so bus 11 and 12. Probably the room bus. I called it overhead on this side, but it is the room bus. That Maserati drum engine to the room setting. Because once again, we are creating a fake digital version of a room mic when you're recording live drums. Hilarious though that even pushing it up to -15, it still doesn't even move the meter at all. But there is a difference. It hits way harder. Add that thump in there. So, let's continue on down the line. Slight this at all times. hilarious that I was using this Kramer Pi, because I probably don't use this one anymore at all. Snare, 528 on the scale, love frequency, never fails. I always use this one on the snare. And then I typically say between 900 and 12K. That's not a guarantee. This one, it's funny because instead of scooping this out here like I normally would so the vocals could sit there better, I didn't need to. There was already a gap there, so instead of scooping it out, I went right after it and pushed it up. I cannot tell you what my thought process is in doing any of that. I just know by looking at it that's exactly what I did. I remember what I did. I can't tell you exactly why I did everything and be 100% accurate on all this, because I have smoked about 4,000 pounds of weed since I've mixed these records. Reverb. See, there's already reverb on his snare, so all I'm doing is just accentuating and making it better. Did not use any delay, that's for sure. Alright, 15 and 16 is tape delay. Yeah, we are fully into using the Kramer tape delay on all records at this point. Doesn't even move the needle, even on the snare. At negative 18, still doesn't even, the needle's not even jumping at all. I took the record level and took it way down on this one because essentially, what DAW are you using, TVR? Again, with a tape delay, a lot of the times I just want the sound of the delay. I don't necessarily want it to do too much processing, and you can tell if it's not moving the needle, I'm literally browerizing and just running it through there to get the sound on top of this snare. All it's doing, that tape delay, is not the head, the snap of the snare, and it's not the body. By adding that tape delay, I'm able to beef up the middle of that, but it's also delayed a bit so that it's not just an EQ beefing up. There's a little bit of a timing difference in there. So it's so slight. It's so slight. That little delay before the middle of that snare is now felt. It created a little weird flange that I utilized on purpose. Alright, bus 11 and 12 is the room bus. Now it's snappy. See that right there with the kick and the snare hit at the same time? Balancing between the kick and the snare on this beat was all about that one moment. When those two hit at the same time, they needed to both be equally felt, present, and heard. But also balanced. So the balancing act between the two all kept coming down to that one moment. And I promise you, I didn't just loop that one moment on and repeat. I would loop the entire verse and just keep listening to it on repeat and waiting for that moment to come in to make sure that they hit properly. But not only did they need to hit properly in that one spot, they needed to hit properly leading into it and exiting out of that spot and throughout the rest of the song. So there was a lot of time spent balancing the kick and the snare on this one. A lot, because there was an odd moment in this beat, and it's a very odd moment. It's just a one hit, a one shot, where they hit at the same time. But to me, that one moment was the most crucial as far as mixing the drums, because that one moment would stick out so far if you fucked it up. Yeah, the reverb clap doesn't come all the way till there, and I know which sound it is, so fuck that sound right now. I use Waves plugins because that was new whenever I did this record. Essentially, this plugin set, the Mercury set, and I mean this album, and also, you guys can get Waves pretty fucking easily for any workstation you're working in. So you could do what I did and what I do with what you don't have to have the UAD ones and the Antelope set and all that. It's not the gear, it's the ear. I always say it and I always will. Reverb. I used this Isotope Trash 2 always for the filter, you guys know that, but I used it for the trash component also. But I chose to use the dynamic section in this one instead of adding another compressor, because after all, it is just the hats. I can guarantee you I set this to 1 to 6, 1.6 to 1, so that it would be 1.61 without even listed. Or it got really close to it. I was like, it's too close not to put it at the golden ratio, so. I wonder what it's going to sound like if I mute just the trash section. The dynamics are still going and the filter is still on. That's how much I ended up using the trash aspect on just the hats of this. I added a bunch of fuzz because I went right to the fuzz folder, and I just tried each one until I found one that fit. And then it's surprising that the mix between the two, the parallel mix between the two, is that much. But I just needed those hats to sizzle more, but not hit more. And then on the filter, just scooped out a little, because you guys know, and I've said it before and I will say it again, the filter in the Trash 2, visually, the scoop looks way more than the sonic is actually affected. Which is funny when I do little tiny things like this one at 0.7 and this one at 0.8. So slight. And it's splash. I only added the sacred frequency into the cymbal. Hilarious. See, Beat Butcher already had that hat filtered, which made it easy. He already had everything filtered, so I didn't have to go and recreate the filtering that he did, which if you're going to send stems to somebody and you did filtering within the track, send it like he did. Do the filtering for them. Don't make the engineer recreate the filter that you did. Beat Butcher plays live bass, so you always get gold from him. You know what we're going to do? We need to do what I would normally do in a mix. Once I do the drums, add the bass in and get it balanced in between the kick and the snare, time to go to the main synth and work on that alone. Now, I didn't do too much on this. I'm lying. I didn't use too many plugins is what I should have said. I just used Trash to do all of it. Filter's a huge change on this one. You can see the Trash aspect I used to grab that lower harmonic that's in this sample and bring that up to the rest of them. I wanted to bring each individual layer up to their own level that I wanted them at instead of just bringing the volume up within this synth itself. So I used each different aspect of Trash to try to focus on a different harmonic layer within this loop that Beat Butcher created. I lost all my Convolve engine files, so I can't talk about that one. That sucks. Alright, so the main synth's like na 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 na. After the second note and each of that, the alternating note, the second, fourth, sixth, eighth, whatever, there's a little note that pops up. You can't really hear it yet. That right there, that whole, the dynamics, that was all me trying to grab that one note and bring it up and make it noticeable. And I did do a lo-fi digital delay, but very, very, very low. Now it's dynamic. Now it's nice and thick, and now we can build around that, which is what I would do. Instead of just doing the drums and then start adding everything. I would literally start with the main synth, which is what I always do because it's the main part of the beat. And now we got that nice and filled. So now it's time to build around it. Now, how much reverb did I add? Not a whole lot. See, by worrying about building up these layers in the synth, we're able to make it dynamic and full, and now it's big, and it's up here, and it's present, and it's huge. Now we can slide that bass in underneath of it instead of have them sitting on top of each other. So now the bass is going to be right here and under it. And bass is nice, it's thick and present without having to push it at all. So, the whole point of that at this stage of the game is to make sure that when those bass notes are played and that synth is playing at its full dynamic capacity, that every single note of that bass is heard and felt, that none of them got buried. There are some spots there where it gets awful close, but it doesn't happen. Now, I write a lot of automation within the production of beats now, and I would have just automated that a little bit more instead of spending so much time trying to balance them. So, instead of just squashing things and trying to balance things and working on that balance forever, sometimes it's easier just to build it through layering and steps. It'll be way quicker, and it's quicker to do that now than me spending an entire night at the studio just sitting there trying to balance between these two sounds. Because I am an OCD individual. Because I'll spend a week balancing between the two if that's what it takes. Yes, baby hustle. It's all about mastering what it is that you have. I learned that from Alchemist. Master what it is at your fingertips, and then it doesn't matter. Kicks felt. There's enough of the top end of the kick, the snap, that whenever the bass, the synth, and the kick all hit at the same time, that you can still hear the snap of the pedal hitting the kick drum. Alright, so what you guys need to rely on sometimes is the human subconscious putting phantom things in there for you. You already know about phantom center. If you pan something far left and far right, it actually makes it sound like it's in the middle. You can do that with production too. So there might be like a kick that's not at the exact same level as the rest of them, or it might be completely buried. But if you could subconsciously make it sound like it's there, so if the kick has its rhythm and it's always the same thing, whatever it is, the same pattern, eventually the listener, even if there's one not there, it's going to, their subconscious and their brain puts it there because it's now a pattern, and it's just inherent to human nature. So even if that kick might be buried a little bit on one of those, nobody's going to know. Their mind's going to make it there anyway. You have to understand that. And if you understand that, then makes mixing a little bit easier. So, it's crazy how much work I did to make that synth dynamically huge and whatnot. But, whenever you add in the bass and all of the drums, it actually sounds like it's getting pushed back some. Which is kind of fucking dope. And it's dynamic control without me having to bring that synth down. By using, oh my god, I'm not even going to count them, but the number of variants used within just one plugin, because I only used one, it's probably in the teens up to 20 something. You got 20 something different points of control and dynamic variants that I'm adding, subtracting, molding, multiplying, all these things that I'm doing until the equation is complete. And by doing that, instead of just simply taking the synth that you see is at negative 12.2 and pushing that up to like 5 or something to make it full and big, the pocket that I'm trying to create between the drums and this sound will completely be eradicated if I just push this with one fader instead of using, let's count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Only counting the ones I used. Can't even count that one. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And I put this one on an envelope. So this one that looks like it's number 3 is the envelope attachment to this one. So that's 23 variants on just the synth sound. And 24 if you want to add the reverb and count that as one, which I will, because it's just another layer that we use to build the whole. So instead of just turning up that slider, that fader, and making it loud, I used 23 different points, probably more. I probably didn't count all of them, but we'll say 25 as a rough estimate. 25 different points in order to create and control the individual points within that, so that you can go from this still behind the drums, still behind the bass. P was big on that. That synth, the placement of that was, a whole lot of that was based on where he wanted it. And then I just went from there. I mean, you can see this one shaking and jiggling while it's playing, and yeah, we're definitely pushing it there. Yep. Now, typically I would definitely make the main synth at hard left and hard right so the phantom center is created and it fills up the entire space. But with that secondary synth and that fluttering, instead of having them battle on top of each other, I definitely wanted the fluttering to be farther outside of the main synth. So I chose to put the main synth around 70. I don't know why I didn't put it at 75. I had it at 76 for some goddamn reason. It's 76 left and right, and then put the secondary synth around it. Actually, no, I put it at 47. I'm looking at the wrong goddamn thing. The main synth is at 47, so I tucked it all the way in. And then I kept the fluttering one all the way out. And then the gaps in between 47 and 100 is where I'll place everything else. Because the drums and everything will be here, and then the vocals, snare, bass, and kick will be here. So the hats, cymbals, and everything else, whatever else, other percussion will be wrapped around those, as will most of the reverb and processing variants, and then all the little bells and whistles and sprinkles. It literally says sprinkles 2 and sprinkles 3. You can see it. All the sprinkles from there to there, and then the secondary system, the main system. Now we have an entire two-dimensional frame that has been completely filled. And then we go on and build the third dimension and the fourth dimension while I smoke this third blunt and this fourth blunt. And it is hot as shit in here right now. Good God. I keep all the air conditioning and whatnot off so that you guys can fucking hear me, but it is blazing in here right now. Plus, I got a wolf and a half a pit bull mixed with something else laying in here right now, and of course they're pumping out body heat and hot dog breath right now. As if any of this matters to what the fuck it is we're doing right now. So let's add some sprinkles. But yeah, Chronic, that's Dot, what up, homie? Chronic, that's exactly why I buried that, like, candy scent that you called it all the way down. And the other ones you'll see, because they were kind of annoying sonically, and they really stuck through. And once you add P's vocals into it, the whole point became if you can just hear them, They don't need to be felt at all, but if you could just barely hear them so that you know it's there, that was enough. Wow, I must have really worked on this secondary synth because I used both of the alloys. I used the EQ, the exciter, the dynamic, the compressor, and a limiter on this secondary synth. And then I also added a filter, the trash aspect, and the convolve. So I definitely went to work to try to make that fit with the other one and still not be annoying. So you see how wide that made that sound? So now I will activate the trash components, the filter, the trash, and the convolve, and see, it instantly makes it wider. And this is how I was able to really push it out. Pushing it so far out, incredible. Absolutely incredible what you're able to do with spacing. There's so much space for you to work with 2 and 3 dimensions, and possibly 4 if you figure out the time aspect of it. It's funny because it says that the convolve engine, the impulse response is not working, but you can hear it. It is. It's working. It's just not showing for some reason, so I can't show you how I did that. But trash is your friend. It's not, you cannot be afraid to be a mix raccoon and jump face first into the trash. This is one of my favorite plugins, literally, of all time. I fucking love this plugin. Reverb. So now you can hear all that weird twisting and whatnot that it's doing is wrapped around the main synth. And you can hear it if you want to really pay attention to it, but you shouldn't hear too much of it because remember there's going to be vocals, and that's the main fucking point. Got to think fourth dimensionally of what's going to happen at the end of this mix is you're going to add in vocals. I'm going to have to control the shit out of this one. I'm going to have to make a better loop. Should do it from here. Such subtle changes. Look at the EQ. I only went to a sacred frequency, boosted it by 0.7. I wasn't on the 1.6 one. Fully committed to it yet. I was still doing things by 7, the sacred number. Trying things out. Secondary synth, main synth, steel drum, or whatever this thing is. I don't know what I called it. Probably high synth. But now this is here. So we're using spacing so that we don't stack things on top of each other and make it confusing. You can see it in the pan settings. I'll even expand it so you can see the numbers. So secondary synth is at 100, main synth is at 47. This high synth is now set at 65s. So we got 47, 65, and 100. So the other ones are going to be here. But we're building all of this so that we can fill that V gap in this arc of sound that we're making. We can fill that gap there with Pete's vocals. So now this third one, the secondary will now be the second steel drum. Should have labeled it correctly. So let's beef this up. We added the dynamics into it. So, the transient shaper on this alloy is dope. So by transient, it's the peak or the first noticeable spike after 0. So it's going to take that peak, that first spike of frequency, and it's going to shape just the beginning of it. And that's all a transient shaper does. So I didn't want it to affect, because it's just a steel drum. It's very quick. So the ringing out and the sound behind it, I didn't want that squashed or affected at all. So use a transient shaper just to affect the very front end of it. And then pan it to the right so that there's other things. So I didn't want it to be stereo for both of them. So the second one I kind of put over here like there was just one person playing over there. Now you know why I wanted to put one on that side. Instead of making them all stereo, there are 3 layers of steel drum, essentially. That's what we're going to call it, instead of high synth, like I labeled it like an idiot. There are 3 layers of steel drum. The main one is stereo, and it's sitting here. 65. All right. The secondary one is 136, so it's all not all the way to the right, but it's only felt on the right side. And it's funny that the third one that I didn't pan it over that way intentionally, but clearly I didn't need to. But you can see that one's over here and one's over here. Instead of having 3 stereo sets of that steel drum here, here, and here, I just made each one of them occupy one side so that they could be bigger in their own dimension instead of trying to stack 3 of them on top of each other, because it would have just been a fucking mess. Sprinkles. You see, I really tamed those haze down, Chronic. So noisy. Now, my production style as a producer is very, very, very multi-layered. Tons and tons of layers and a lot of sounds. The only point in them is to fill a gap in dynamics so that it's nice and round and full. You might not even really be able to hear it individually. So whenever I'm mixing a beat that's got a bunch of little tiny sprinkles and things like that, I'm going to tend to mix them in the own style of my own production. So that's why I'm solo these right now, so you can hear all of this stuff. Because once you play it all together, all of this stuff essentially is just filling in those gaps so that it's nice and huge and round now. Benjamin, what up? heard. So, oh, sorry, bud. I bet you I spent a couple days getting from point A to point B, which we spent an hour. Probably took me a couple days because on this album I was obsessive compulsive. So then I would go and build piece vocals, which is what we're about to do now. And then I would go and put those vocals inside the beat. And then I would go tear it all down and reverse engineer it with just the vocals and then start adding things into the beat. And then do that all over again, and that's how I end up with a finalized mix. And this one took a long time, this song in particular. But As If, when we get to that one, woo! Layers or layers or layers, homie. So, let's loop up piece vocals.
Quiet on the set, police on our neck.
What the fuck? Just mute you motherfuckers. I heard none of you muting. There we go.
Got a diamond heart. Got a diamond heart. 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life. Or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me.
Now, in the beginning, I used the SSL compressor, but I ended up not using those because I had already moved on to the H-Comp.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Careful with that shit.
Why did we not loop?
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in.
Never fails. 635, head chakra on the lead vocals. Also, I took a big dip right below that because it was necessary because of how many synth layers and whatnot were in this one. There's going to have to be a big scoop somewhere in P's vocals so that there wasn't too much muddling and confusion.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug.
That's hilarious. I went full 100% on the warmer. And then always with the de-esser because this de-esser is fucking dope.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be.
A lot of reverb on this one. Typically I do around -28. just to create the space. Push it a little bit more on this one because of the instrumentation and the spacing that it creates itself.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower.
All right, so there's something I did on this track that I didn't do on any other one. And you can hear it now that I've activated the delay.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life. Or get your
You'll really hear it right here.
Like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay.
So what I did is on the delay for the vocals, I put a pitch shifter. Not on the vocals, but on the delay itself. So when the delays would be activated, they are shifted down 2 semitones. Not a whole lot, but enough that it's like, you know, that little chopped and screwed effect slightly, but just on the delays themselves.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be.
See, you can hear it. So this is the only track I did this on because I just wanted, I don't know, just something that I felt like doing, and it was not a bad decision. It was the correct decision to do it. Because if I turn that off.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me.
Nope.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet.
So, you know that Damien voice, the chop and screwed voice, I did it, but just on the delays. It's the only track on the whole album I did this with. And I knew I wasn't going to do it on any other one because I wanted it to be different just for this one. Alright, so bus 13 and 14 is our harmonics engine. Let's see how hard we hit it. Probably not at all.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me.
Doesn't even make the needle move.
Got a diamond heart.
Negative 27.2. Alright. So, if I were to do this.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like.
This harmonics engine is incredible, but I use it in the most subtle of ways, as I do with everything.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like.
See, negative 15 on the tape delay. You can hear the difference. I pushed it a lot on this one.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me.
We're getting there to a nice round vocal form. And then the last aspect on this one would be I put another delay, which is just a normal delay and not the pitch shifted one.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me.
What is going on with this one? I wonder if I actually use both of those at the same time. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see when I put it all together what it sounds like. So anyway, let's go to the vocal bus because that sounded fucking weird. Now, we're still in our infant stages on Hegelian because I did not add the Aphex Aural Exciter onto the vocal bus. And I did not do any sends because now I will have 1,000,000 sends and 1,000,000 layers. Always got the trash 2 on the vocal bus, especially for the filter and the trash aspect. Now, I used mild excitement on this one and not delicate harmonics. My go-to setting is delicate harmonics because that's all I'm adding is delicate layers. So we'll see. It's interesting that I used a different one, but you know, why not? Fuck it.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet.
Alright, let's add these doubles and whatnot on. So, as always, P would typically do doubles where they needed. I need to roll up. Where they needed because he was running out of breath. And then sometimes just because the verse itself needed it. But typically it was a tool used by him to fill in the sections on the main vocals where he was running out of breath. So, or typically right after a breath, but not the first couple syllables, because the first couple syllables after a breath are always louder than the rest. There's more power. So in order to even that out, P would typically, you know, layer that also. But when you have an engineer that can do a lot of surgical work, then you don't have to do so much work, which is what I always told him. Just let me, you do you. You don't have to work so hard. Just get the words out right, and then I'll handle everything else.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet.
So the whole approach with doubles, with me, triples, however many layers you do, is you should be able to set the compression so that they feel like one voice. Now, on this one, I pushed it a little, the doubles a little bit more than I normally would and make it all sound like one. I want them to stick out just a little bit more. Because A, if you think fourth dimensionally, when you add in all the instrumentation and production, those doubles are going to be buried a little bit more. So they'll balance themselves out once everything else is filled in. But also, hold on one second. The vision, excuse me, the vision essentially for this one, once I decided how to deal with the doubles and whatnot, is I want them to be a little bit louder, because every time the doubles came in, it sounded like there was like a whole nother version of P coming out of the ether and saying these parts. So where I would typically make them very extremely uniform, this one was a little bit less uniform for that individual purpose because of how I approached this track.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love.
See, on this Pultec, I ended up attenuating, which means I took out. So I ended up using this one so that I could scoop out around 8K on the double, and it makes a big difference. Just this
Got a diamond.
this one variant.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah.
Now, in that section, they need to sound more uniform. So, a lot of automation was done in order to get through the B section of the track and not have it sound like there was more than one version of him. It needed to sound like just a more uniform harmonic version.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24.
Alright, so that's how we get the fill is unnecessary, so we can unactivate all of those. Alright, so now basically do the same thing on the hooks. Literally the same approach, the same breakdown. I use 635 head chakra. I use the Pro just to do that on that one. Hilarious. I'm such an idiot sometimes.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO.
So you can really hear that chopped and screwed delay now that the double is added in there, because I really made it present on the double, so that when all the instrumentation is added, that chopped and screwed section through the B section is really, really present now. So the other thing that I did, and I always do things of this nature, is this section right here.
I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit at 1.21 gigawatts. I brainstorm, start raining. Start raining. Start raining at 1.21 gigawatts. I brainstorm and start raining. On your warriors, we not scared. We stand in front.
This section right here.
I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit at 1.21 gigawatts. I brainstorm, start raining. Start raining. Start raining at 1.21 gigawatts. I brainstorm and start raining. On your warriors, we not scared. We stand in front of your tanks like Tiananmen.
So, my favorite part about this song is that I was actually watching Back to the Future when P was writing this song, and he kept popping in and out of the lab into the living room while he was writing, eat, see what the fuck I was doing, smoke, whatever. And I happened to be watching Back to the Future while he was writing this song, and that's where that whole part, the 1.21 gigawatts, that whole part was because I was actually watching that movie while he was writing the song. And then he popped in when he got to the section. He's like, what was it? 1 point what? So the 1.21 gigawatts came in because I was literally watching the movie.
I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm, start raining.
So the storm, I added the storm hit. That was my idea. When he says starts rated, always add a real. If you're using nature sounds, which I'm a huge proponent of, find real ones. There's samples all over the fucking planet. Find real ones because those are inherent to human nature. And then I also reversed that same lightning and thunder hit and then re-reversed it back out.
Start raining. Start raining. Start raining at 1.21 gigawatts. I brainstorm and start raining. On your warriors, we not scared. We stand in front of you.
So what I ended up doing is reversing that lightning and thunder and then taking just the tail end.
Start raining.
And then adding that into the end so that it made this effect. It made this cool like sweeping in and out effect without me sweeping anything. I just basically cut up that storm and flipped it and played with it until I was able to make this. That's pretty fucking cool.
What's up?
So, now that we got some vocals, clearly the next thing that I would do, start adding some shit in there and make it all balanced.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple.
So, my typical process here is I'll just do it instead of explaining it this time.
Got it.
I would start with the drums and then I'm going to go back. We're going to do this a couple times. I'll try to speed it up.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one, respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me now.
It's important to get that kick to make sure it's under and behind the presence of the vocals.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one, respect.
So that when the vocals and the kickers both activated at the same time, that the kick is definitely, the vocals are easier to focus on in the main focal point.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one, respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one, respect the flower of life, or get...
Then the only thing I'm going to add to that before I go into the instrumentation by itself and the vocals is I was always add the bass in to make sure that the bass and kick are balanced with the vocals now.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one, respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour, GMO. Got a diamond heart.
So then, I mean, that would take me way longer than the 5 minutes that I just did that. It might take me a day to balance the vocals into just the drums before I would move on. It might take an hour, it doesn't matter, however long it takes, before I would move on to try to balance the vocals into just the instrumentation.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood, my body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug, whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared.
See how low those chopped and screwed delays sound now that the main synth is in there taking up all the space that it does? When the vocals are solo, they sound so loud. But you have to know that it's other things are going to eat up that space.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared. Turn your fear into power.
I definitely wanted that love what I got to fade off like it was fading off into the distance.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. Got it.
So I want to go to that secondary synth. The one that is way outside, or
got a diamond heart.
Way outside.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple.
It's nicer wrapped outside of the vocals and the main synth. So watch what happens if I wouldn't have put that out there. If I would have tried to stack it into everything else.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked.
You see the difference just spacing can do for you?
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple.
All I did is put that so tight around the main synth. So now let's push it back out to the outside around those, and you'll be able to hear it now.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life.
Spacing is everything with me. My entire philosophy is proper spacing. Everything has its own place and its own space. It's up to you to put it there.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared. Turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden. Some of those apples are sour. GMO. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay to be scared. Turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden. Some of those apples are sour. GMO.
Larry Bird, what up?
Got it.
So now, since the sprinkles, so to say, don't really happen to the second verse, we'll have to do the same thing to the second verse.
Diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on. Diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm, start raining.
Shout out to B Butcher for doing the filtering for me, because you guys don't understand how hard it is as a mixing engineer if you send blank, just naked files to somebody for them to try to recreate what you did first and then mix that.
Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me now. Got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe, my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay if you scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour. GMO, got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe, my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay if you're scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour. GMO, got a diamond.
Alright, so that's how we go from this is going to be hilarious. God damn it, I do this every time. Alright, that's how we go from this, which I only do the first verse and the first hook.
See, you got your spin, careful with that shit.
Alright, that's how we go from this. Thank you, Charles.
I see you got your spin, careful with that shit. Quiet on the set, police on our neck. Your head like that up, let me get that ace. Unholy water, my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. Listen, I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe, my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life, or get your petal plucked like. She love me or she love me nah. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay if you're scared, turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden, some of those apples are sour. GMO, careful with that shit. Quiet on the set, police on our neck. Your head like that up, let me get that ace. Unholy water, my cup, a little Henny. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. I see.
So you can see the second half of the hooks in the production in itself was, it worked, but once you add the vocals in, it was a lot sitting on top of each other. So that individual section alone, I spent an absolute ton of time on. And that is how we go from that to this.
I see you got your spin.
Oh, god damn it. You're not supposed to be playing. Oh, no.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet.
Where is that at? There's something that just got added that I don't want in there.
I see you got your spin.
Where is it?
Careful with that shit.
It's not supposed to be there. Alright, anyway, my bad, people. I'm high. That's how you go from that to this.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit.
Oh, I know what's going on. Got to activate everything. I am high. Sitting there wondering why everything sounds weird. Because you're an idiot. That was supposed to go way smoother than it just did, people.
I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. Listen, I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my outlet. I and I, we are one. Respect the flower of life. Or get your petal plucked like she love me or she love me now. You love me or you love what I got. It's okay if you're scared. Turn your fear into power. We got serpents in the garden. Some of those apples are sour. GMO. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. A little Henny. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. I got a diamond heart, 24 karat blood. My body is my temple. Bitch, I am the plug. Whole universe is my power source. I stay on, I stay lit. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm, start raining. Start raining. Start raining. At 1.21 gigawatts, I brainstorm, start raining. On your warriors, we not scared. We stand in front your tanks like Tiananmen Square. I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. I see you got your spin. Careful with that shit. Quiet on the set. Police on our neck. Your head like that up. Let me get that ace. Unholy water my cup. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war.
Is regarded by the common people.
Now, two parts about the end of this. I cannot for the life of me figure out why this section right here.
Physical.
Sounds like that right now, because that's not how it came out in the final mix. There's something that's not happening that's supposed to be happening right there. And there was a plugin that is not working for some reason that I had to get rid of. And clearly that's... see how... I don't know why the automation got turned up so loud right there. Look how loud that is. Crazy.
In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural war. In this mental, physical, spiritual war. Yeah, it's a spiritual war. It's an actual, factual, supernatural.
I don't know why the fuck that was that goddamn loud. Rigo, what up, G's? And then the other thing, if my memory serves me correct, maybe it's not this one. I thought the ending, the tail, the fade on this one was a lot longer.
I see you got your spin.
From here.
As true, by the wise as false, and by the rulers as useful. Seneca the Younger.
So, you'll notice that this sample is actually longer than the one that's on the album. This is what I was getting to. At mastering, we literally cut this down. In the 2-track for mastering, at the mastering session, we cut this section down to be shorter. Bam! No Religion would start, but originally it was much longer. Yeah, originally it was much longer. So anyway, that's how I did Spiritual War. It took me a couple weeks. Not of 24 hours a day. That's impossible. But to complete this track, it wasn't 1, 2, 3 days in the studio. It took a couple weeks of me going in and out whenever I could to finish this one. And a lot of it was in balancing. Subtle, tiny manipulations in order to get all of those 3 steel drum layers to fit in their own space and to have their own time to be heard and felt, along with all the other synth sounds. Making sure that bass was grooving properly within the construct of the rest of the album. So by this time, I had to have been doing Spiritual War. I had to have been halfway through the album. This was somewhere in the middle when I started doing this one. And if you're doing an album, you have to start thinking each mix within the construct of the rest of the album. So now I'm just not mixing songs individually. I'm mixing them, again, fourth dimensionally, thinking that it is part of a whole. So yes, I will work on an individual song for however long it takes, right? But the process of how I work on an album is, once I get each individual song up to what I would say is the 3rd stage, and they're all within, a few hours of being complete. All the automation's been written, all the breaths have been controlled, everything's been compressed and EQ'd, and I've done all this work, no matter how long it takes, knowing that I've got maybe one more run of 2 to 3 hours, or 2 runs of 2 to 3 hours of balancing and tweaking until I'm finally set. But I have to think, what do the other mixes that I've done sound like? So once I've done all that and I've got everything set and I've got just a few hours left on each mix, I'll go to the studio and I'll work on 3, 4, maybe 5 songs in one night towards the end of the album being completed. And I'll just spend about 30 or 40 minutes on each one. And I'll really just be balancing maybe the vocal presence of Tyranny versus Spiritual War, or No Religion versus Spiritual War, since they're right after one after each other. So you have to start mixing, thinking about these songs that are around it within the album, and also within the whole album itself. You have to think about. So you can't just mix each song individually and then put them all on an album and say that's it. You have to go, once you're done, what you think is done mixing individually, now you have to go and start the album process of making sure that they all sound, they're not going to all sound alike, because each one is telling a different story and has its own tone and things of that nature. But you have to make them all sound like one part of a movie. It can't be something super loud and the vocals are big and popping on this one, and then this one's all subdued and laid back and all that. There has to be a balance between everything. So once you think you're done, you have really just begun. If you're doing an album, you have each track mixed individually. Now you have to start building them as pieces of the whole. So what I would typically do is go take whichever song I think is the best one that I've done, and I'll start with that one, and that'll be the center. And then I'll start building around that one for the album. Not track order, but mix-wise. Now, this one, I like where the vocals are at. And he told me, once I handed him all of the mixes the first run, he told me when we got to Tyranny, he's like, I like where the vocals are at on this one. And I was like, that's all I needed to hear. So from there, it was, let's make sure they all are built off of that. So we started with that, and then I tried to make each song has the correct vocal tone, considering the tone of the song itself and the production for each individual song, but also make sure that they sounded like part of the whole. And I hope that makes sense, because it's extremely important if you're hired or tasked with mixing an entire album that you don't shortchange yourself, your reputation, your resume, and your clients by just mixing a bunch of individual songs and throwing it on an album and hoping that the mastering engineer can do the job that you're supposed to do. This is the difference between mixing some songs and elite level mixing. You're doing albums now. It's going to take time, a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to take the ability of you to listen to the same song on repeat for 8 to 12 hours at a time and never get tired of it. I never listen to a song as a fan. I am only listening technically. So now that we're kind of halfway, this is like our 5th one, we would be somewhere in the middle of the song count in the album. So now it's really time to start thinking about how they all fit within each other. So what I would do is I wouldn't just open up sessions. I would bounce the songs that I've already done to that point and then import the 2-track into this session, and then that way I can A-B. I'm not going to see I'm not open a session and close it. There's too much of a time gap in between for you to properly A and B a mix. So bounce your other songs at what point they're at, import those into whichever one is you're working on at the time, and then you can kind of balance in between and be like, all right, the vocal, it's a little bit low on this one, now I got to bring this. So you just gotta, I don't know, it would be impossible for me to like live stream mixing an album, because it would be a year-long process. Really doing it, I really wish I could. But really doing a whole album where you are the executive producer and the mixing engineer, and then you also have a huge hand in the mastering process, because I went and sat with Tony for the entire time he worked on it from start to finish. I was there all 4 days, whatever, I'm in here. He even looked at me and said, I don't think I've ever done a mastering session where somebody was here. I was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm here. Can I smoke? He's just like, yeah, roll up. So me and P sat there for day one. I think I told this story before, but we sat there for day one at the cutting room, and It was probably an hour into day one of mastering, and he was like 4 or 5 songs into it or whatever. And P just looked at me just like, yo, you got this? I was just like, yeah, I got this, dude. And then he left. So I can't remember if it was day 1 or day 2 of the first run of mastering. Or it might have been the second run. But within the 3 days that were left of the mastering process, Cash and Lowell came for 1 day, and Chepe came for another day and fucked with me. Because Chepe was around for all of this shit. Whether he liked it or not, he was going to have to hear what I was working on. So, anyway, it's midnight. We have made it. This has been Beat Boutique. I hope this has been educational and you have learned something. There are a couple things done in this session on this song that I haven't done before, and I probably won't do again, like pitch shifting the delay on the vocals and things of that nature. So there's a couple tricks and new things in this one. I was kind of waiting for this one so I could talk about that section and I could show you the 2-track that P wrote to it, that we recorded to, versus what I ended up with once I was done. So, as always, this has been fucking dope. Keep voting on the theme song battle winner. I'm not going to close it up yet. I want everybody to get their vote in. It's pretty fucking close, so get your votes in. And now it's Friday in Brooklyn. So that means I will see you in 24 hours for RIP TV. And I think I'm going to give you guys the playlist this week. So think of what you want to hear. I hope this has been dope. It's always fun. I'm a little bit tired from golf today, so kind of stumbled and fumbled towards the end there. But fuck it, we made it. We're in here. As always, RIPP 333. And keep fighting the good fight.
The following program is rated TV-MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. RIP TV will be tomorrow night at midnight. I will see you guys then. I will see you Monday for Mob Deep Monday at 9 p.m. All you football heads, I'll see you tomorrow at 8 for Great Matter. It's time for Beat Boutique. It is time to make your music better together. Welcome to what I call the Dower Hours. Like my motherfucking theme song.
Joe the engineer.
333.
Blah, from New York. One of the dopest engineers. And if you don't know, now you know. Joe the engineer.
333.
Blah,